Mike McDaniel apparently turned down a head coaching opportunity with the Cleveland Browns and an opportunity to be the offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts to go be the OC for Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers.
Yeah,
to get that right. To be the OC for Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
When you can work with a talent like Justin Herbert, you don't pass that up.
You don't see guys turn down necessarily head coaching opportunities all that often.
Except for McCarthy.
It's the Mike Mix. They're the ones that reject jobs.
But absolutely the right decision. Absolutely the right decision.
It was also reported he was a candidate for the Ravens and Raiders head coaching vacancies. He must have known he was not getting the Baltimore job.
Right.
And then, I don't know about the Raiders, but he signs up for the OC.
Yeah, look, the Raiders is interesting because you're going to get the number one pick.
Or Lamar.
You could do a lot of things. Or Lamar, right, absolutely. But
and I mean Lamar in Vegas. That's coming up later.
I don't know that I'm taking, if I have a choice, like if I'm Mike McDaniel and I'm getting 3 head coaching interviews for a couple of weeks after I was fired, I probably assume I might get some next year too. And I would rather be the OC in Philadelphia or the Chargers and have a chance to win and boost my resume a little bit, get some of the stain off, just take a year where I'm not like, the guy like that, like Eberflus kind of. He needed to take a year. This would not be that because he would not take it any time. But you're not getting a third head coaching job. People don't get third head coaching jobs.
A third of the league is up, though. Like, how many more jobs are you waiting to open up that you're like, oh, yeah, that's the one that I want? Like, I mean, Josh Allen's team is open. Lamar Jackson's team is open. Like you said, unless he just knows he's not getting it. But
Browns head coach or Chargers OC?
If I've been a head coach before, and I don't have a Super Bowl, I'm taking the Chargers OC. I have a better chance I still have a chance of getting a job. If he takes the Cleveland job and it fails, he'll never get another job again.
I can see that.
Yeah, maybe with that one, I would go Chargers OC. I wonder how much of this is too. He just wants to be in proximity in case Shanahan or McVay hangs it up, though. Like he just wants to be over in that area. Like because that's somewhere where I think he thinks he could end up if those jobs.
What do you mean over
over
in that area?
Being over in California, like around LA and San Francisco.
You don't have to be in California to get
I'm just saying.
Let me move closer. So
well, with the Rams, they share facilities, so they do have cross pollination there. But I think in general, probably just wanted to get back to the West Coast and didn't like any of the jobs that were left. But there's been rumblings that Shanahan could leave at some point. There's been a ton that McVay could walk away at some point. And so I wonder if he just thinks like, those jobs may come open, so I'll just wait for those jobs rather than take something like Cleveland right now.
I was surprised at the Mike McDaniel hype. Someone did a heck of a job promoting him after the first half of the Dolphins season. And it seems like the second half without Tyreek and then benching Tua somehow did him favors from a public relations standpoint. I'm pretty surprised that a hard ass like Jim Harbaugh is going to go fancy with what did Troy call him? Who was the DJ? Logic.
No, he was a tough guy to do the last couple weeks of the season. Apparently, he was just starting around mid-season. The report was that he began carrying a wooden baseball bat around the hallways of the Dolphins facility.
Are you joking?
No, I'm being 100% dead serious. Mike McDaniel, mid-season, began carrying around a wooden baseball bat around the facility and just, I guess, showing off his toughness. And
I don't see the bat.
And how much? Well, that's just that's the headline, though, right there. It's from the Sun Sentinel. But yeah, he said that he specifically what he said is Alec Ingold said, I think it's a reminder to everyone to be violently present in everything you do. So Mike McDaniel changed it up.
The message.
He woke up. He was like, you know what? I need to start cracking skulls.
RJ Choppy joins Bobby Belt in not being worried about John Harbaugh coming to the NFC East. Here's Harbaugh yesterday at his Giants presser on what he's looking for.
To me, the number one thing is we have to have guys that love football.
Oh.
I mean, you just have to. It's football. What are we here for? What do we do? What is this building for? It's for football. This is a football team, and we need guys that love everything about football. They love the games. They love the practices. They love the weightlifting. They love the meetings. They love the dining hall. They love every part of football, man. And if you love football, guys, you're going to want to be here. You're going to want to drive in that parking lot every single day. You're going to want to walk through those doors. You want to walk up in those halls. You're going to want to get in front of that tape and watch tape every single day because you're going to be around a bunch of guys that love what you love. They love football because that's what we're going to be doing, football, all the time, every day. And if there's guys, around that don't love football, Joe, we're probably going to let those guys go play somewhere else, because if you don't love football, you're not going to love it here because we'll be doing football. That's the plan.
I'd be
right?
That's so sweet of him, too, to just include it. Hey, right, Joe?
Right, Joe?
You're in on this, too.
Joe, calm down, breathe.
Joe, you get to make some decisions, too.
Yeah.
Because we'll be doing football.
We'll be doing football stuff. Like, that's football coaches love saying football stuff around football season, around their football team. They love to throw the word football in there, too.
They love football.
Why are you happy or relieved to hear this?
The first two things. One, first off, this organization is a complete mess. Joe Shan up there hyperventilating. It's like he sounded like he just ran wind sprints in the back down the hallway to get there
football.
When he was introducing John Harbaugh. And then second of all, this always just chapped my ass. Always did when these coaches talk about, you got to love football. You got to love it. You got to love what you do. You know how many people out there hate what they do and are still great about it? Great at it. I don't care if you love what you do. I care if you are disciplined enough to put the work in to succeed. That's it. You don't have to love your job to love success. You don't have to love your job to be disciplined, to love the taste and the process and the and all that goes into being the best you can be.
You're going to want to be here.
For a lot of people, it's just it's a means to an end. And does everybody love what they do? I don't know anybody that is like, oh my God, I love everything about what they do. I just, and if you do, that doesn't mean that you're going to put the work in. You may love your job, but are still lazy. I don't care about whether he loves football. I care whether he's disciplined enough to put the work in.
I don't know that we've had very many examples of the guys who don't love it, like, succeeding, though. Like, there was always a question about that, I guess, with Randy Moss. Like, how much did he love it and was actively, like, working hard at it? And so he would go through periods where he was not super connected. Ricky Williams was really good. How much did he love it? But see, also, Ricky Williams talks in retrospect about how much he did love football. So I don't know. I think that in general, everybody's so talented at that level that does a lot of times make a difference. Is like, do you actually invest in getting better at it and finding a little bit of a gap? Because I think that there's not many examples. The guys we think of as like, man, he just really didn't love football have not been good. They're a lot of times thought of as being wastes of talent.
What I found hilarious yesterday in the press conference was the desperate downplaying of the hierarchy and who reports to who. John Harbaugh saying, it's really not that important. I think it's overblown just a little bit. Joe Shan, the general manager who's left hanging on, said it's overblown as well.
And I'm not worried about that. Everywhere I've been in the league for 26 years. So everywhere I've been, the head coach and general manager work together. That's the only way it's going to work. And get on the same page, go through the process. Again, we've done it everywhere I've been, so I'm not worried about it. Like you said, that's just something on a piece of paper. Doesn't matter. We need to work together, and we're going to come to the final conclusion. And it's always going to be about what's best for the New York Giants.
And then Harbaugh, and I hate to really talk about this because the man has cancer, but John is like, no. The guy running football operations here is John Mara. We all report to him. He's the boss of the. John Mara is going through cancer treatments. He is not sitting there in a Jerry Jones type role, I would imagine, day to day. And he doesn't want to be a Jerry Jones type either. That's why they've always reported to the general manager. So Harbaugh had his speech ready to go. No, we all answer to John Mara. And then Joe Shan is going to say whatever he needs to say to hang on to his employment. But the contract got held up for a reason.
Yeah, he wouldn't sign a contract until it was like explicitly spell out in legally binding language that Joe Shan is not my boss. That seems like a pretty big sticking point, and one that you can't just be like, it's just a piece of paper. Yeah, a prenup is too, but like that matters. The prenup is very clearly spelling out this is the way it should be. I love how he does not sound confident at all. It reminds me of that scene in Superbad where Michael Cera's like, I'm not worried about it. You shouldn't be worried about it. He like twice repeats, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Sure. Okay. You surely seem like you're not that worried about it.
How long is he still employed, Joe Shane? Over, under 1.5 more seasons.
Oh, under.
So he gets fired at the end of this coming year.
Yep.
Depends on Dart, like you say.
Depends on Dart.
Things are going well. They have a nice little 10-7 season. I don't think he'll go. I don't think he'll interfere. I think he'll just be subservient to Harbaugh.
God, what a life.
As long as he goes, yes, sir. How do you like your coffee? 2 creams?
Yeah, what
then
a
he'll
life.
be okay.
The shot fired yesterday came from Tampa, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
After someone tweeted, Kevin Stefanski had a dumpster fire at quarterback in Cleveland. Baker and Watson failed, which started a chain reaction to 11 other starters. Baker, who goes and just searches his own name, because I don't think Mayfield was tagged in this. He responds, failed is quite the reach, pal. Still waiting on a text or call from Stefanski after I got shipped off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach. Ooh.
Who ships garbage?
I think the garbage trucks. The trash
Gotta go somewhere. You never wonder where
shipping.
trash.
I think of it as hauling.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
all right. Yeah.
Keep stirring your coffee. How about this? Beef already.
I love it.
And the NFC South with Baker and Stefanski.
Man, we got a few people that are single-handedly trying to bring rivalries back into sports.
Yes.
I'm here for it, man. This is awesome.
Does he? I've always looked at Baker though as like he'll be like Brady, where Brady's always just like, you looked at me funny. You are now my mortal enemy. So he's always going to be chip on his shoulder, because that's how he got to where he was. He got to where he was by turning people into like, oh, you slighted me, you dissed me. So yeah, maybe some of that exists with Stefanski, but there's another aspect of it that I go like, that may also just be another thing that Baker internalized and was like, yeah, this is how I'm going to self-motivate.
Yeah, and Stefanski's going to be asked about it. Why is Mike McCarthy trending right now? No way. There's no report.
Oh no, Laura Oakman got a bunch of bots tweeting about him or something.
There's no report. I thought it was going to be McCarthy news as he's trending number 1 in DFW. But that is Baker and Stefanski beef in the NFC South.